I used to tape my nipples down in high school.
Oh, because you had the pointies too?
I would literally put duct tape over my nipples so I could wear T-shirts without them showing.
Bro,
after football games, if we won, there was a tradition where you do the truffle shuffle. And one time I hopped up there after we beat Jefferson 49-0, took the shirt off, forgot I was taped.
Were they
and everyone was like, all right, he's doing it. What the fuck? And it was like dead quiet in there. My coach came up, and I was like, and he reaches up, and he just ripped off the duct tape and said, Inglewood next week.
Nib High football rules.
He totally just was like, it could have really been bad.
Bro, I wanna create an entire television series just for that scene.
Hey, yeah.
Like that would be so fucking funny. The big guy forgot that he duct taped his tits.
Yeah, so he could wear.
Let's go, guys. And
so I could wear a fucking
all of a sudden.
Echo T-shirt to school without people seeing my nips.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I used to go. Heavy with like the.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
Thought of like.
Yeah.
Like it makes noise.
Every morning
thick.
in front of the mirror. Like my junior year. I was like, I'm going to tape him down. And then people, of course, were like, what's up with, like on the bus ride back? So are we going to talk about? And I was like, yeah, I heard it kills the hair on your nipples. Yeah, which is
slick.
Yes, I guess.
It'll rip it the fuck off.
What was I supposed to tell all these guys? No, I'm just vain about my puffiness. No. Yeah, Sammy Loft pointed out my nipple one time, and it rocked me, and I didn't sleep that night. So, yeah.
Been thinking about it ever since.
Uh-huh.
I tried to like, what do you call it? Like create marketing against puberty because I hit puberty so late. Where I was like, people would be like, "Dude, you wouldn't have pubes." Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, you're all fuck." Dude, no, chicks don't like hair, bro. Like, the chicks I've been with, which was 0, like the chicks I've been with like it smooth, man.
Yeah. Whoa, dude. Yeah. The coping skills of a 14-year-old boy are the best in the world. If we could just weaponize that brain instead of making monkeys and elephants fight in AI, we'd be good. You know, blowjob parlors in Japan, everyone.
Blowjob parlors?
Yeah.
One more Japan thing.
Yeah.
So I went to Pawtucket Red Sox.
Uh-huh.
They were the minor league team for the Red Sox. They're down in Worcester. But Paw Sox, me and my dad used to go all the time as kids. And their last year at McCoy Stadium was a few years ago. And he's like, let's go for, just memories, and let's go check it out. And we went, and it was so sad and so empty and so decrepit and all that. There were 15 people in the whole stadium. And Barstool was pretty big at the time because it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. And one of, like, the guys in the booth recognized me.
Yeah.
And so then, like, a person comes up and they're like, would you like to go watch with the GM and everyone else for the rest of the game? And we're like, sure. And there are a bunch of scouts in the GM's box, and they're telling us this story of doing scouting in Japan. And they're like, we went to this club where there was the ceiling was glass, and you could see up it, and there were girls just walking around, and you could see up their skirts and all that stuff. And I was like, cool, whatever. And then they was like, and then they would and they would just dump in on the floor. Then just
that's the Chuck Berry district of Tokyo. I forgot.
Is there any truth to I've never been to Japan. All I've heard is that story. I was like, no fuck. He's like, I swear to God, dude, the girls would just take dumps on the ceiling
and just like keep it moving, like a horse, like they walk or just falls out of their ass.
I think you know what? I didn't ask.
Hop a squat, just keep it moving.
In my head, I was picturing a squat, but
yeah.
I was like, he's like, yeah, man, Japan's wild.
That is
like,
vile.
Yeah, I think in any publicly repressed society, there's gonna be dump parlors with glass ceilings for sure. I mean,
how do you charge? You charge by the time limit? You charge by the
plop.
By the plop.
Yeah, by the mound.
That's your 15th plop.
Yeah,
by the plop,
get
you can get a lot per one then.
Sure.
Oh,
I mean, it
sure.
depends on the frequency.
Yeah. And hey, I don't want to
squeeze
judge,
your plops
but
in.
one plop's fine for me. Put me on the one plop plan. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna film my clandestine Instagram story, and then I'm out the door.
Just need that sound. That plop. What a blowjob parlor is what it sounds like. You just
it's for like the businessmen on the go, and you go and you get blown.
It's like a glory hole.
No, it's like
So
you go in, you get to, I think, pick out the girl. They'll jerk you too, but you can't have penetrative sex. Like that's off the table there. But blowjobs and hand jobs are just part of like being
condom blowjob.
I don't know. When I was there with my wife first, she was like, "I'm gonna get my nails done, and if you want to go to one of the blowjob parlors, go crazy." And I'm like, "I'm gonna be in there getting blown, thinking my wife's 2 buildings down." No, and she's like, "Quit being such a pussy." So now you're emasculating me? 'Cause
What
I'm
a
not gonna get
woman.
sucked? Yeah. She's
Go
always
get
giving
sucked, you pussy.
crazy. Yeah. I remember I went to Paris or I went to Amsterdam and she was like, and by the way, if you want to hit the red light, it's transactional.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I was like, no.
I'll stay at home and read. Jesus Christ.
She's
The
the
red
one.
light
lady.
is. We went to Amsterdam with Bert. The red light is far more depressing. Than
Oh, yeah.
You envision.
They're
At least
in
that I
cages.
envision.
They're literally cages. And you know what? I think in the past, probably we're dancing and trying to entice. These girls are just sitting in the cage on their
Right,
phone.
yeah, smoking.
They're just looking. They're just like, do you want to fuck me? Yeah. Got duct tape on the.
Yeah.
Do you want to just come? It's crazy.
It takes the hair off. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's cool. I like to go to that red light district just because you can window shop, as they say. You know, but I don't think that I could ever engage in. And those women though, like they rent that space. Like I think that's one of the few places where they're not sex traffic victims. Like their passports aren't hidden in a safe
Actually,
somewhere.
like own it or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're
or-
owner operators.
Yeah.
It also is too confined, and you actually touched on this in the Toad's Morale. I could never have
Yeah.
sex in a bed and breakfast or anything like that. I have sex in a hotel room, and if like I'll have it in my apartment, and if the bed starts like
Yeah.
cracking, I'm like we got like I get in my own head. Something like I need to be my perfect sex is on an island
Silence.
somewhere,
Sure.
like with no one even around. No one could possibly hear anything.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want someone to hear you pee.
I'm fine with someone hearing me pee. Not fun. Not even that I'm loud. It's not my noise. It's not my
Thwops and
it's the thwops and things
Yeah.
like that. It's
Yeah.
not my. I'm not really speaking on.
I
that
heard
much.
somebody in Vegas, and it was funny. It was like, flop, 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 flop. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 60 seconds later, like a bunch of hard thwops again. And I was like, I know this routine. This is a man of little stamina.
I
Trying
know
to
the
deliver.
steps of this dance. Yeah. I'm staying in Alphabet City in this Airbnb, and last 2 nights ago I didn't get to sleep until 4:30 because it sounded like an adult Chinese woman was giving birth to an adult Samoan man. It was just brutal all night long.
Just howling.
Yeah, I don't want to do the voice, but have a little fun in your minds, everyone. Yeah, it was fucked, dude.
All right, man. Well, you're a legend. You're one of the best in the biz, and
Thanks,
I feel
man.
like it's breakout time for you. I mean, you were the first guy I called when before Penn disappeared from Barstool, and we thought there was going to be more of a way to build a comedy stable. Sam was like the first person we called for Barstool Comedy because
Well, watch the new travel show because there's a special thanks to a certain Kevin Clancy in those
check it out.
credits.
And that's on your channel.
Yeah,
Did
Sam
did I
Tallent.
see that Toads Morales on Matt and Shane, or
Hodes Morales on Matt and Shane's secret podcast channel.
is not on yours at all?
No. And then my YouTube now, we're putting out Wide World Tokyo Riffs. Episode 1's up there right now.
Okay, so
So,
Toads
yeah.
Morales on Matt and Shane's secret podcast on YouTube, and the travel show is on.
Oh, yeah, and listen to Chubby Behemoth, my podcast, which I'd never plugged. And then the producer's like, what are you doing? What's the matter with you? You're on Rogan. You had one job.
That's hilarious.
I blew it, bro.
You're there for 3 hours and you can't get one 10-second plug-in for
Yeah,
your podcast.
dude, I did not.
That's great, though.
Brutal. They were so mad
I'm
at me.
sure, but it's also that's how you know you had a good conversation and you weren't just plugging shit left and right.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that,
I
but-
wasn't using every moment of training that I had for that 3.5 hours. I was in the dojo, dude. That was the end of Only God Forgives. Yeah.